Hello and welcome back to another Star Citizen video, and this time, or rather this video is a CitizenCon recap. And oh boy, they gave us a lot of visual treat. And it's hard to, not say hard to recap everything, right? It's gonna be a long recap video, and I don't want to do it for this round. Yeah, there's too many things to talk about it, and the best way is to just tune in, right? Easiest one is to tune in. What I want to do now is just give a summary of what is the most important news that we get from CitizenCon. And of course, we have ship sales, and that's crazy. So before we begin, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow. And of course, by doing so, you let me know that you like more Star Citizen content, and I'll make them as much as I can. I know I do owe a few videos here and there. Yeah, it's one of those days, right? But enough of me whining, and let's get on to the main thing. So CitizenCon, we have lots of treat, right? So let's see what we have here right now. We have the RSI Zeus. We're gonna start off with the ships that they introduced first, right? Zeus, we have the Carter Scout, and of course merch. We still have the goodie pack that you can pick up, and that's that, right? For the storefront that you can grab right now, right? All these are done already. And the most important news, let me see if I can make this bigger. Let's go here. All right. So the biggest news that we got, and the one that Star Citizen has been talking like for a long time, and the answer, or not, and the answer to that question is server meshing. And server meshing is crazy. I don't think we have. Oh, server meshing is in day one. Okay, I loaded day two video because day two video has a little bit more visual treat compared to day one, but it is fantastic. Yeah, that is the number one news from CitizenCon that I think is great, right? Without server meshing, a lot of things, Star Citizen cannot function properly or function at its best. Because if you get some desync, disconnected stuff, and delay and whatnot, most of it is due to server meshing. And now they have done it great. When they do a presentation, which means they already polish it to a certain level, that I think it's fantastic. Yeah, of course they should be improving, right? I want to see more, that's for sure. And number two, okay, so we're gonna go to some of the things, like of course we got hair, we got FPS. So day two, it's more on player, not say player interaction, but player activity that you can do. For example, first person shooter, there's more AI behavior that they do. Of course, we have flight system, and then flight system gets a big, not say overhaul, but a big polish, right? UI and whatnot, which is fantastic. Okay, we write back. What else do we have? Okay, we got new places to visit. Of course, when Pyro is released, you want more of the stuff in Pyro, right? So these are the few activities you can do. So that's that. But what is better than all of this? If you ask me, it is Squadron 42 announcement. It is not a release date. Chris Robert did make fun about that, right? And the biggest news is Squadron 42 is feature complete. That's right, which means everything they need to block out, it's supposed to be done already. That's why it says feature complete. Everything they need to do, everything they want to do, it's done. They are going through the polish phase right now. And if you look at game development, polish phase is the one that takes the most time in the chunk of the development. And the main reason is because when you do features, or I would say features, because features, gameplay loops and whatnot, it's usually on the in its raw form, which means certain things are, it's like basic. I don't know how to put it this way, because there are bugs, there are things that can be optimized, make it nicer, interactivity could be better. So this is the part where they can do, right? Make the animation a bit more smooth, make the presentation nicer, because if you look at any behind the scenes for game development, especially if you see those development videos, most of them, they don't have textures, they don't have whatnot, and their buttons are like rubbish. I'll not say rubbish, it's just basic to the point where it's just basic, right? So now we have, yeah, we got everything, which is great. Which is great. Look at that. Yeah, so I know a lot of features I need to do. It's like cloth. Cloth, obviously, they need to get it done for cinematic. Same along goes with hair and of course textures, characters, skin. Yes, there's so many things. So many goody good stuff. And I'm happy that they show me all these things, right? That is fantastic. So that's that for the presentation. I do recommend that you go and watch their videos because it is a lot. Yeah, they take 6 hours. Imagine 6 hours, 2 days, that's 12 hours of content. And if I remove all the fluff, right? The fluff, the breaks, the non-presentation segments, I can easily pile up 6 hours of video, right? Cut it straight down half. 6 hours of video to just show you. Such a visual treat. And of course, thirdly, this is optional. This is for people like me who like spaceship. We get two biggest news. Number one, the Banu Merchantman update. We got a few updates. No, not a few. We got a video on the Banu Merchantman update. And number two, the Polaris. Oh, it's been a while since I saw a Polaris video, and this time they are in a white box face. And it's great. It's fantastic. Look at that. Look at the visual here right now. Oof, it's chef kiss. Right? And I dare say, right now what they're presenting can be, it's not yet, but can be better than Starfield. I'm going to call out straight out, right? Can be better. Looking at this. And of course, the number one thing that I'm, not to say I'm disappointed on Starfield. Starfield did not, okay, I'm going to go a little bit off track. It's not that they did not deliver, it's just that it did not have the feature that I want, right? Starfield did not have the feature that I want, which is seamless planet to space interaction. And number two, the spaceship, it's a little generic, right? Not saying generic, it's just their flavor. Yeah, it's their flavor. But anyway, talking about spaceship, yeah, look at that. Oof. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Starfield doesn't have a lot of it's still okay-ish, it's still great, but doesn't have enough, doesn't have what I want. So Star Citizen deliver what I want, or rather what I envision. Nah, it's just what I want. Anyway, we're gonna go on to the first ship that they introduced us. It is the Zeus Mark II from RSI, and we're gonna talk about it a little bit, right? And number one is, the question is, what is this ship for and who is it built for? So first thing first, RSI Zeus is technically, in lore, it's their first ship, or RSI's first ship into interstellar, into space. So that legendary Zeus, right? History, prototype early, then a viable transport utilizing streamlined quantum drive. Yeah, so it's basically it's like their early ship for space travel. And now they basically redesign for today's use. And unfortunately, yeah, the reason why I say unfortunately is if you look at the design, the new redesign, and if you look at the badge, something it doesn't feel it feels a little off, okay? It feels a little off. Of course, number one is the cockpit cone, right? And number two is, if you look at this is more similar to real life shuttle, right? You get the main fuselage, or basically main body, and then you get the wing. Whereas this, there's no defined shape like this guy, like one cone in the middle and then wings, where this one gets like a Dorito. Yeah, if this were to compress a little bit more down to the wing and it looks like a wing, then it'll be cooler. That's my guess. All right. The cockpit, I'm not gonna comment because of course they're gonna update to the RSI design, but is this part, the wing part, feels meh. Yeah, they could have just make it a bit thinner. That's it. That's my only comment. That's why I felt a bit off. Other than that, I think it's fantastic. And the best part is there's 3 variants or 3 hull variants. You have the ES, MR, and CL. And of course, ES is Explorer. MR is... Okay, so they pronounce MR as Mark. But the pronunciation or the spelling I am used to is called Marquis. I don't know. Let me know down. Let me know how it's pronounced. All right. But we're going to use MR just to make things easier. Yes. So MR is a bounty hunting ship with quantum dampener and EMP device. This ship is actually not bad, okay, if we were to compare to its competitor. And last but not least, the CL, which is the Clipper. Clipper is a cargo. And just put it simple. C for cargo, M for military, E for explorer. Might as well just make it simple, right? Just put one letter. So we're gonna look at number 1, look at the exterior. We can look at the interior. Interior is awesome, nice cockpit, suit lockers, crew habitation, cargo hold. If we look at the Zeus interior, prisoner transport, that means, yeah, awesome. Armory, crew habitation. And then of course, if we look at the cargo, yeah, the cargo is much bigger, right? So that's that. Now, before we go to the judgment, we want to see more of the stats, right? I load up these guys up, and you can check it out later. But most importantly, the ES, all right? So ES has size 3 radar, size 3 field tanks, Explorer, so you need good radar, good field tanks. But what am I surprised is size 4, size 2 shields, all right? And if you think this is little, if you compare to MR and CL, size 3 shields, 3 size 2 shields, what am I talking about? Same goes with the cargo and the Mark. Okay, I'm just gonna the other two. Size 3 size 2 versus 4 size 2. That is huge. Weapons, no change. Everybody has the same thing. Pilot has 2 size 4 weapon hardpoint, and the turret has 1 S3 remote turret. And missiles, we have 2 size 4 custom missile racks. Okay, same all across the board except for the Mark. The Mark has 2 size fixed weapon hardpoint, custom missile rack, same thing. It has 2 remote turret, 1 remote turret, and it says 1 forward-facing remote turret. So my guess is one is on top, 1 is below. If you look at the side, whereas the one is it's bottom on the belly. Same goes with the CL. CL is the same as the ES. The only difference is the cargo. The cargo is 128 SCU. That is huge. Huge. The ES is 32. And of course, the Mark is the lowest, right? At 16. So that makes a lot of difference. And at the same time, we have a cargo tractor beam for the cargo version. Yeah, that's normal, right? That's normal. Now, the most importantly is the price tag. 135 for the Explorer, 135 for the cargo, and 170 for the MR. Now, quick PSA, if you have reached to this part, I will always, or rather if you watch all my previous Star Citizen video, I will always say all this ship is optional. You do not need to buy, or you don't need to spend with real money. All of this can be obtained in the game, and more importantly, you should only buy the starter pack if you want to enjoy the game without putting so much money, right? I'm a sucker. I like that. I like to buy into the spaceship, and of course, I buy spaceships to support the development of Star Citizen. Simple as that. And the best part is Star Citizen, or rather the Citizen Con, allows you to have, not say allows, they have discounted starter pack, which is fantastic. Yeah. And on top of discounted starter pack, referral bonus, it's on, which is the best of the best, right? In my opinion, that is the best of the best. I won't go through them in this video. You can check my previous video. I did go through for the discounted starter pack. This one is mainly for the recap. Credit offers. So if you're going for credit line, which is the true price, quote unquote, the war bond offers are basically for fresh cash, fresh money, right? Fresh cash, fresh money. Yeah, 150, 150, 190. Okay, so now the question is, who is this ship for? In my opinion, the ES is 150. It is slightly more expensive versus the freelancer DUR, right? The DUR is much cheap. Yeah, it's cheaper. I think if I'm not mistaken, $135. Whereas the Zeus, okay, before we go to this, the cargo version, I want to check the Lightning as well. But more importantly, there's a big news on Lightning. We're going to do this later. We're going to do this later first. We're going to go through. So for the CL version, the next best competitor is actually the Freelancer Max. Yeah. And the MR, now the MR is a very niche ship right now because it offers EMP. The only closest EMP ship is Avenger Warlock, for a cheaper price tag, right? Avenger Warlock, Hawk, and the Vanguard Sentinel. Now, however, the Vanguard Sentinel is way too expensive if you want to spend $275. This is much cheaper at $190. Number two, it has Quantum Dampener. The only ship that has Quantum Dampener, oh no, not the only. Two ships. Two ships that has Quantum Dampener. It's the Mantis at $150. I don't think they went up in price. I'm not gonna go check. I mean, yeah, you can dig it up. I'll dig it up later. And the Scorpion Antares, which is the same thing, but Antares is much more expensive. So the MR is cheaper. And thirdly, the third one is the most critical part, is your prisoner hole. Other than your Cutlass Blue, your Avenger, yeah, your Avenger, and Avenger Stalker, yes. No, there's only two, wow. Oh no, and the Hawk, right? And the Hawk, technically they have a prison holding cell, basically bounty holding cell. So the new one is the Zeus MR. Now the question is it worth picking up the Zeus MR for $190? We're gonna go with store credit first, right? Because if the store credit is worth picking up, the Warbond is definitely worth picking up. And in my opinion, yeah, the Warlock 85 EMP has no cargo hold. Hawk has EMP and cargo hold. So Hawk is at $100. You're paying extra $90 more. What do you get on top of $90? You definitely get cargo, 16 SCU. So that's a small little perk. Armory, okay, that's normal. Quantum Dampener, EMP and Quantum Dampener. So you get an extra dampener, some cargo and dampener. You get definitely better weapon system. You get 2 turrets, which means it's a total of crew of 3 in general. Yeah. You know what? I dare say the MR is actually the best bounty hunting ship right now. Because if you look, oh yeah, I totally forgot about Cutlass Blue, right? Avenger Stalker, Hawk, Cutlass Blue. I don't know if I mentioned that. Blue, I think is $175. No, this is straight up better. If I'm basing off Cutlass Blue, if I'm not mistaken, at the price point, the the Zeus MR is way better. So the only takeaway right now is the Zeus MR. Straight up. EMP QD, onboard armory, remote. Yeah, no. Straight up. Way better. Sure, it is much bigger. If you're talking about the maneuverability, of course it's lousier than the Cutlass Blue, I'm gonna assume right now. And that's it. But the Cutlass Blue, it gains maneuverability, but it lacks in, I think I'm gonna say it lacks in firepower. Yeah. 2 size 4 versus 4 size 2. Now that's a big thing, right? If you're talking about, oh no, Cutlass Blue is just a little better. Just a little better. Plus it's just a little cheaper. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna take it back a little bit. So the direct competitor right now is Cutlass Blue. Okay. So when this ship release, I can only revisit this when it's out. But other than that, yeah, the MR is the best pick out of all the 3 variants. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one, which is the Cutter Scout, because this small little ship, I own the base cutter. And the best part is, the best part out of these 2 ships, I will not say these 2 ships, don't forget, if you buy Warborn, you get lifetime insurance. And I do love lifetime insurance. It's one of those, yeah, it's like chef kiss. And it's one of the critical perk that I need to see when I want to buy a ship, right? Without lifetime insurance, I would have spent a lot more. So I ended up, right, my criteria, buy lifetime insurance ship, or keep ships that has lifetime insurance, melt the rest. And the Cutter Scout has it too, and it's cheap. Cutter Scout is super cheap at $45. And of course, if you want to save just a little bit more, you can get the Cutter Twin Pack. Now, I don't really recommend the Twin Pack per se, although it's nice. But the Twin Pack, if you're the type of person who wants to upgrade to more expensive ship, the Twin Pack can be a downside. If you were to just buy the Cutter Scout, 2 Cutter Scout, right, at the price of extra $5, yeah, I would say the convenience of having 2 separate ships and 2 in 1. 2 separate ships is much better if you like to upgrade, and then after you realize, oh, you know, I upgrade to the wrong thing, I want to melt. And in this case, $5 is, I think it's worth paying extra $5 for that convenience. That's my opinion. And if you want to buy credit, yeah, no, forget about credit. The Cutter Scout, if you want to spend, in fact, if you want to pick up a second ship, this is the ship to pick up, straight up, without even looking at the feature, straight up, because this is technically an LTI token. If you want to expand, or if you want to upgrade to more expensive ship, and that's that. Yeah. Upgrade today. Okay, I don't think it's on offer. Warborn upgrade. Do we have Warborn upgrade here? No Warborn upgrades. So I'm a little bit sad. Okay, Cutter Scout, standard edition. Yeah, we don't have Warborn upgrade. So in my opinion, I'm very inclined to pick up one. I am very inclined to pick up one more, because I have the base. And the nice part about this, right, 10-year, yeah, no, we don't care about that. And if you ask me, is lifetime insurance important? The answer is, you can go with or without it. I like to go with it, right? And a small little, not say PSA, but right now they have said that if you spend if you buy any of this shit with real money, right, it's the insurance will not say stick. Insurance doesn't really make a big difference. It's nice to have LTI, but if you don't have LTI, don't fret. You probably have the same coverage. Yeah, I won't go into details about insurance at the moment because they haven't locked down the final details. So I like to play, not to say play safe, I like to go for the best of the best perk, right? LTI. Now, What is Drake Cutter Scout? As the word says Scout, you get radar, you get better fuel economy. Basically, it's a tiny scout ship. Alright. Tiny little scout ship. If you like the Terrapin, you will love the Cutter Scout. 100%. 100%. Sure, the Terrapin is better in terms of scanning, but the Cutter Scout is technically cheap enough to do some simple simple exploration, simple basic exploration, and I think it's fantastic. Yeah, and of course having the radar means better scanning suite at the moment, because the exploration gameplay, we haven't reached to a significant level that says, hey, you should get not say get, but it does not justify, it does not showcase the scanning capabilities of a Terrapin, a Carrack, or a normal ship, right? That's because Carrack is the best of the best. The Terrapin is technically as well the best of the best for its size. Yeah. So in this case, we will wait for it. I would say, yeah, easy pickup. This is an easy pickup ship for me. Easy peasy. And it's easy. It's easy. $45 for lifetime insurance. Yeah, no brainer. No brainer for people who wants to have more ships in their fleet, like me. Yeah, I'm debating whether I want to pick up one more. Okay, let's look at the tech spec. So technical spec is let's see, starter, yep, power plant, and quantum drum, shield generator, yeah, size S1. The pilot got two size 2 gimbal. Okay, this one is interesting. This one is interesting at the moment. So we need to see the final numbers, because if it's size 2 gimbal, that means I can strip away the gimbal and put 2 size 3. That's a big deal, okay? That's a big deal. All right. So that's it. Silent missiles. Yeah. Okay, cool. Last but not least, right, before I go, the most important thing is the not F7, the F8 Lightning. This thing, it's awesome, right? And this is one of those ships that unfortunately I will not be, yeah, F7C Lightning. And yeah, no, you have to play the game. Unfortunately, I can't play at the moment, so I need to upgrade my hardware. That's painful. Yeah, the F7C and F7C, the F8C Lightning. I'm so used to the F7C Hornet. I love the Hornet. So the F8C Lightning, it's a heavy. I think they feature this as a superiority fighter. Where is the heavy part? Combat. Medium? No, because Hornet is medium. Anyway, so they released this ship for the for Star Citizen's birthday, and alongside with CitizenCon. That's why I want to cover this just a little bit. I believe this ship is awesome as well. Awesome. Pure, yeah, heavy fighter. Yeah, awesome. I won't go into details on this. Right, this is just to let you know that right now you can get this, not say get this ship in game. Technically, you can get this ship in game for free if you have the license for 24 hours. And yeah, if you get it says here, right, if you manage to get the platinum license, it's literally free. So I'm not wrong, right? It's still free. Yeah, but you can buy it if you get the what do you call this, the gold license. Where is the gold license? Yeah, if you get the gold license, you get it for you get a Lightning to pilot for 24 hours, and you get to buy it. And it's $260 for Warborn, $300 for standalone. Nobody cares about the standalone because you're gonna buy with Warborn anyway. That's for sure. And yeah, it's a hefty, pricey ship for sure. Pricey ship. Something that as much as I love it, I won't be buying it. I definitely won't be buying it. So that's that. And can we load a little bit more? Okay, A1 Spirit, and I'll cover that on another video. Actually, I will cover that all these 4 ships in another video. Like what ship should you or would you want to pick up at the end of the month? Because most of this ship is available for 1 month, and normally you want to pick up just a little bit earlier, just a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna go to ships. We're gonna check up the Drake Cutter, because Cutter is very, very important. We want to see what's the base version. And yeah, the video is getting too long right now, so I'm gonna close as fast as I can. And yeah, so anyway, so we're gonna look at the utility weapons and utility. Size 2, okay, it's not size 3. Because if it's size 3, it's better than the Avenger Titan already. Straight up better. Yeah, the Cutter Scout has 2 SCU. If we're looking at the default Cutter, 4 SCU. So in my opinion, it's worth picking up. It's worth picking up for sure. And that's all I have for you for the CitCon or CitizenCon recap. It's still a long way. Wow, look at the time, right? Look at the duration of this video. It's crazy. It's crazy. And for those who reach to the end of this video, I would say don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button and help this channel grow. And of course, if you're a new user, if you're on the fence, don't forget to use a referral code, preferably my referral code. And the main reason is you will get a referral bonus if you do decide to buy a discount, not say discounted, if you decide to pledge into Star Citizen. And in this case, there is 2 package. The Cutter Super Spooky Starter Pack, which is still up here at the moment, right? Still discount. So this is the best pick. And it's a Cutter. Wow. Wow, it is a Cutter. So technically you can start off with a Cutter and you get a hover quad from Origin Jumpworks, which is a big deal. You get a ship and a vehicle, and you can put that vehicle in the Cutter. So it's a win-win. And in my opinion, the Nomad is a little bit better, but extra almost $30. Yeah, then the Nomad, see, the thing is, if you're comparing starter pack, the Nomad is a much more expensive ship, and it's a much more expensive pack. And what we want to see what we have. So we get Pain, all right. Same, the Cutter has Pain. The only difference is this one has a set of armor and a sniper rifle. Now, don't get tempted by all this extra flashy armor and weapons, right? It's meant for, it's marketing strategy, to be honest. But at least this one has a 25% discount. So, and that's the reason why I say, okay, this one is kind of worth it. But if you're on the fence, get the spooky, get the base, right? Get the most cheapest starter pack, which is the Cutter Super Spooky Pack, and that's that. Yeah. The Nomad is still good, right? I can recommend the Nomad. I can recommend the Nomad because of the discount. If it doesn't have the discount, then it's tough, right? It's tough. And that's all I have for you for today. All right. Don't forget to like again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and this channel grow. I know this video is a little bit, it's actually very long. Until then, my friends, see you guys next time.